Welcome back, video number 3 of our embryo adoption journey. So, where did we leave off last time?
Well, we're to the point of matching now, so.
We were, I think, just getting into matching, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so we are officially matched, which we're very excited about. So, we moved into matching, and it probably took, what did we figure, about 3 weeks or so, something like that. And I think we hit like that 3-week point, and we were like, I think it's weird that we haven't heard anything yet or had any emails, because the one nice thing about this, and I don't know if it's just our agency specifically or it's just the process, but I feel like we are consistently getting emails each week, which is so nice, because I feel like had we gone the domestic adoption route, it could have been months before we would have heard anything. And so, yeah, so it had been a few weeks, and we were like, and I think Erin had said something like, it's odd. I'm like, yeah, maybe. And then I don't know, what was it, a couple days later, we get an email saying you've been matched. So super exciting. And so we got the email that had the pictures of the family. It had a little brief profile. It had pictures of them, of their children, a little bit of their background. We got some medical history for 3 generations back, which was really cool. And they let us know that we were chosen to adopt 5 embryos. So we were really excited about that. Yeah, so that's what we have. And when we talked to our doctor originally, trying to make a decision about how many embryos to adopt, we said between 4 to 6 when we talked to the agency. My mind was always kind of on 5. We kind of just said 5, and so the fact that it actually was 5 was kind of a neat thing, just that it worked out that way. And when we talked to our doctor about it, the likelihood and the percentage of survival is, she said you'd probably, with 4 to 6 embryos, you can probably count on 1 to 2 children coming from that. So that's right where we wanted it to be. A lot of embryos don't make it through the shipping and through the thawing and all of that, which we can talk about that more when we do get to the shipping part. We'll probably do a video about that, I'm sure. But anyway, we just have a lot of hope, and we're really excited, and it's pretty cool. So we can't share we signed confidentiality agreements, so we don't know much about the family other than what they look like and some basics. And we couldn't share it even if we knew it, so we don't know where they live or anything like that yet. I'm sure we'll figure that out as we go along. And we are officially in contract phase. So that's the next part. Both sides had to agree on communication plans, and we've said that we do want there to be open communication as long as it works for everyone. So we can balance that as any children that we have get older, and we can tell what they can handle, but also that will include at least one form of communication every year. I'm hopeful that it'll be more than that, maybe, that, it'll be someone we can connect with. So, the more we get into this process, the more we'll know. So, we got our contracts today, and we will have them signed and returned by Monday, I'm sure. Our doctor has to send a form in as well, which I don't think it's just a quick signature, so I'm sure that will be fast. And it seems like the family we're adopting from, they're pretty on the ball with things too, at least the way that it's been so far. So, we anticipate this to not take too long, hopefully. We're not exactly sure all the other details that, putting together all the official signatures. I don't know if there's more to it or not, but this part felt really fast. It's only been like a week, so that's pretty cool. As far as what's next, when we did all the training on this and all the asking, the normal timeline for contract phase is 1 to 2 months, because again, there's signatures that have to go back and forth. I believe the placing family also has to get something signed off from their clinic where the embryos are being stored. I'm not positive on that, but I think so. So again, who knows, that could take a little bit of time. But either way, once all contracts are signed and everything is sent in and official, then we move into shipping. And shipping can also be 1 to 2 months in length, they say. It depends on the shipping company. So even with all of that, this still is going super fast. So we started this process January, towards the end of January 19th, I think, or something like that, was the first day that we talked,
18th.
or 18th, something that we talked to the agency and signed the paperwork to be official. This was just for adoption in general. We made, obviously, the decision to do embryo adoption after that.
And today is
Today's April
April
23rd.
third.
Maybe?
We should probably know. Do you have your phone?
It's the 23rd.
It is the 23rd.
It is.
Yep.
I'm in the middle of state testing, so I'm pretty set on my date. No, I don't love that. So, anyway, but I mean, 3 months, and we're already to this point. It could have taken this long to even just get to matching. So we feel pretty blessed that it's really felt so easy, and I'm grateful because my life has been pretty chaotic for the last month and a half, and Aaron's has been busy with Easter and all of that, just with our jobs, and so I don't know. The agency's definitely made it easy, and everything's just felt really good. So we feel really good about everything. So anyway,
Did you want to talk about just that the whole parent part of it, like your parents contracting and your mom's thing?
Oh yeah. So yeah, one cool thing about the timing of all this is my mom told me this was last year before we even started. Maybe it was before we started anything. That she and I had a conversation last Mother's Day, and it triggered her to start praying that I would be a mom by this Mother's Day. And so what's kind of cool about it is once we sign the contracts, embryos are thought of as property. It's still considered to be property legally because they're not identified as having a personhood. So once the contracts are totally signed and done, they're ours. Like they're ours for good. So
Which is the phase we're in right now.
yep. And
So,
as soon as these
within the
contracts
next-
are signed, like we are parents of 5
Yeah,
embryos,
in the
which
next
is
couple days.
we consider to be 5 lives. And so it's kind of neat because she prayed I'd be a mom, and even though I'm not holding the babies yet or carrying them yet, I'm still a mom. Like we're still parents. So that's pretty cool. And I don't know, I somehow felt like that was gonna happen. When mom prays, usually things happen. So it's just how it seems to work. So yeah, I don't know, just some really neat things that God has worked out through a lot of this. It's pretty neat. So anyway, but that's our update for now. Thanks for keeping up with our story, and we wish, in some ways it's hard to not share this with you guys in person, just with everyone in our circle. I still feel very protective of this information for myself and the emotion side of it, because this is all the fun and easy stuff, but I anticipate the actual, is all this actually going to work kind of phase, not being so easy. And so I think I still feel it's important to protect that part for us, so that we can deal with that on our own without pressure from the outside, and then to be able to share it when its timing feels appropriate for that, whatever happens. But at least I'm glad we get to share it in this way with you guys, so you can still kind of be a part of it, even if it's after the fact of everything happening. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll update you soon.
See ya.